How's it going, everybody? I want to show off another project that I just finished up. A 2004 Nissan Altima or Maxima. I own it. I actually don't even know what it is. Let's see. I think it's an Altima. It's an Altima. So we went to do some junk removal from a house, and they had two vehicles. This 2004 Nissan Altima and 2004 Ford F450. That they wanted removed off the property. So usually we pay for vehicles. We don't pay a whole lot for them because usually they're pretty bad shape and they're just needing removed. So we went and picked up this car for $400. And at the time, neither the Ford F450 or the Nissan Altima were running. So this car was pretty rough shape. Here's a picture of it when I bought it. So bumper was cracked, torn up. It didn't have any fender liners. Headlights were super faded. Had an aftermarket grill that was just kind of belling wired on there. Most of this side of, you can't really see it in that picture, but most of this side of the bumper is missing. The rims were super dirty from brake dust. I've actually got a video of me cleaning up these rims. They turned out really good. Brakes were completely gone on it, and battery was dead. Most of the door handles, I think I had one door handle that wasn't broke. Most of the door handles were broke. This tail light was cracked and busted. This tail light had a BB through it and had a hole, and it was full of dust and water and everything. Windshield was broke, still is broke now. Interior was pretty dirty on it. So we put a battery in it. Ended up having to put like a gallon of oil in it. Got the car started, and it shook really bad. But we were able to drive it up on the trailer. So brought it home and decided, well, you know, it's probably fixable. It's really not that bad. I own a mechanic shop, so cleaned everything up. We detailed out the interior for the most part. We put two ignition coils in it and put a used battery in it. It started, ran pretty good, had a cracked exhaust manifold. Let me get in here. Where's the... So I was gonna weld that exhaust manifold back, but the crack ran into a place that my welder wasn't gonna be able to reach. So I found this header on eBay, was 65 bucks. Ended up putting two new ignition coils. I think I paid like $12 a piece for them. A new valve cover gasket. That was leaking a little bit. Put a set of spark plugs in it. Had that battery laying around the shop. We put a new air filter in it, changed the oil, did a transmission flush. There's still put a thermostat in it and an antifreeze flush, coolant flush. So everything ran good. So we drove the car a little bit. The car actually drove really good after that. Everything was good. So I cleaned up the rims. They were super black. Ended up putting 4 new rotors and a set of pads on it, replacing all the door handles, and so I went on Rock Auto and I bought a bumper and the headlights. It was like $100 for bumper and headlights. And they came here and they were actually the wrong one. So I think this is the correct bumper and headlights for the car, but this was the wrong hood. So the hood, the front end had been changed before, had probably been wrecked. And they went and dug a front end out of an older or newer car, something like that, with different body lines. And so I put all this on there, and I was like, well, I don't want to change the hood. I don't want to chip these back. I was trying to figure out what to do. And after I painted it, I just decided to live with it. It's not bad. So grill is a 2008 off of eBay, and I went through and just raptor lined the whole entire car to make it all one color. Here's the car right before paint. Everything was pretty faded, pretty scratched. Lot of body damage, lots of dents, stuff like that. And the car was super rough shape, and this car is not really deserving of a full paint job. So Raptor liner, I spent about $330 on Raptor liner. I did the same process to my S10. I've got another video on that. And I went through and I Raptor lined that whole truck blue about 5 years ago. And it's been holding up really well. And I'm pretty rough on this truck. So this car looks a little bit better in person than it's going to pull up on the video. See if I can get some good. So, I mean, I did a really thick texture on it, sprayed it on really thick. I think we used about 6 bottles. And I like the way it turned out. So, replaced the tail lights. Everything I've got into this car right now with all the parts that I mentioned, not including labor. I've got about $1,500 in it. We still need to detail out the interior. It's not terrible. But yeah, we'll drive this car for a little while. We still need to get a windshield. And we still need to detail it out. Probably get some seat covers and everything. But, let's see, there's a key in here somewhere. The car runs good. Everything works. Nice and smooth. It just had a hard life and, yeah, needed some love. So we'll drive it a little while till we find the next car to flip or fix up a little bit. The next cheap car we'll get some miles out of this and eventually end up selling this. I'll probably get 3 or 4 grand out of this car, and it'll make a nice car for somebody. I wanted to show that process. I like the Raptor line. It's a really easy way. It covers up dents and scratches. You just go after it with a 80 grit DA sander, sand everything off. I didn't worry about pulling any dents or worrying about scratches or anything like that. We just wanted the car to look all one color basically, and it still has a little bit of damage and stuff, but for $1,500 you can't beat it. I mean, the car's a nice running, driving car and everything. So got a few more projects that I'm finishing. I've got a few videos of stuff I'm still right in the center of. If you like little projects like this, like and subscribe, and yeah, check out my channel, check out some of my other projects, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.